Welcome to JamminClassics. Today we're with John Robles, and his group is Chucumite. And John, tell us about your group.
Well, I have been playing son jarocho for, since I was 10 years old. I got my first harp when I was 12, and it's always been my dream to have a group and play the traditional music of Vera Cruz, which is what we do. It's the son jarocho. Mm-hmm. It's a folk music that goes back to the days of the Spaniards coming into Mexico and the music that they brought with them from Cuba, from Spain, and the mixture that the native people took and mixed their own into it to create this music out of these three influences. And so that's what our group does.
Now, what got you started playing the harp?
Actually, it was a cousin of mine. She danced in ballet folklorico in school. And she would come home and practice, and she would have these tapes of these groups that they would, practice to, rehearse to. And I heard this son jarocho music from Vera Cruz. I said, what is that instrument they're playing in the background? And she said, it's a harp. I said, wow, I'd never heard anything like that before. And so it was just being in the right place at the right time. In Santa Paula, we had a little discoteca, a little record store that was had all different types of genres of music from Latin America and Mexico, and they had quite a section of folklorico, and they had these son jarocho records. So I would take my my money that I would get from my parents, my little allowance, and I would buy a couple of records every other week, and I started listening to them. I did not have a harp, I had a piano, and so I started playing this music on the piano first. And then a couple of years later, my sister went to Mexico on vacation, and she brought me back a small harp. And I took it home, and I'm listening to my records, and I'm figuring out the fingerings, and little by little, I started to play. And it's been going strong for almost 41 years now.
Now, is the instrument difficult to play?
Difficulty depends on the student. I've had people come to me and ask me to teach them to play. Oh, that sounds so beautiful. I'd love to learn how to do that. And I teach them, and 1 or 2 lessons, they're gone. They never come back. But if you have a burning desire to do something, it's like with anything else, any other discipline, if you really want to do it, you'll stick to it and you'll learn it. And that's what I've learned through teaching people over the years.
Now, how about the group? How many guys are part of the group?
We actually have a varying number of people. The core of Chucumite is myself and Robert Perales, who plays jarana. And then a few years ago, we had Sean Hutchinson join, who was actually a rock and roller. In the old days, he played with some traveling bands, and then he plays the jarocho bass instrument, which is called the leona. And so we are the 3 core members. And we also recently added David Salais, who plays requinto jarocho, which is a 4-string instrument. It's played with a cow horn or plastic. And also Michael Tejada plays with us sometimes. He plays the harp also, and his journey was similar to mine. He learned from the same records I did, and so our styles are very similar. And we've gotten into choreographing 2-harp melodies and things like that. So he plays with us whenever he can.
Now, what are one of the songs you're going to be playing for us today?
Well, I think the first song we'll play is called El Siquisiri, because traditionally it's played at the very beginning of a fandango, as a fiesta in Veracruz would be called.
Well, let's take a look at that.
Señorita patita. Con la chica yo. Viene la casa encanada, cuando se escucha solita en la cadera crucero. La disco que aportamos. Hacemos galantemente porque muy pronto nos vamos. A todos los concurrentes la de buenas noches les damos. Ay, que sí que no, ya me voy a despedir. Ahora sí, mañana no, porque mi camino es largo. Ahora sí, porque si no, no te le vengo a decir. La neta con la chica yo, que no va para salvar, que se me va a morir, que no sé que no me salió. Ay, ay.
Wow, that was incredible, guys. Tell us, what is your names and the instrument you play?
My name's David Celayas, and I play requinto jarocho.
Robert Perales, and I play the jarana.
And we all know John.
My name is Michael Tejada, and I play guitar and harp.
My name's Sean Hutchinson, and I play the leonas.
And what's the next song we're going to hear, John?
We're going to slow it down a little bit, and we'll play El Jarabe Loco.
la pierdes dura. Si la pierdes dura, tú eres un diamante donde no ha podido. Donde no ha podido ni amar a tanta que si traigo cariño. Si traigo cariño me haces un desprecio, más luego me dice que mi amor es necio. Ahora sí que está contigo, Álvaro y Paco Talma, solamente divididos por el río Papaloapan.
Guys, that was incredible. What's the next song you're going to play for us?
The next one is a beautiful piece of poetry, and it's called El Canto a Vera Cruz.
Okay, let's hear it.
Soy de esa tierra de luz, tan bella como no hay dos. Es mi lindo Vera Cruz, tierra bendita de Dios.
En todita la región, soy el aire de cantares, que se acopla con el son entre arroyo de Panay.
Yo le canto con amor
A mi tierra tropical,
qué bonito es Vera Cruz.
nunca la voy a olvidar.
Cuando comienza el fandango, ya se empiezan a afinar. Se arrancan con el guapango y se ponen a cantar.
Allá por la madrugada se toca por re menor, con amigos y tonadas inspiradas con amor.
Yo le canto con amor
A mi tierra tropical,
qué bonito es Vera Cruz.
nunca la voy a olvidar.
Con el arpa y violín, cantando con alegría, se pasan los trovadores toda la noche y el día.
Sin que falte la jarana para acompañar el son, música veracruzana que llevo en el corazón.
Yo le canto con amor
A mi tierra tropical,
qué bonito es Vera Cruz.
nunca la voy a olvidar.
Yo le canto con amor
A mi tierra tropical,
qué bonito es Vera Cruz.
nunca la voy a olvidar. Ay, ay.
Wow, John, that was incredible. I want to thank you for appearing on JamminClassics. Now, how can your fans get a hold of you?
We do have a website. It's www.chucumite.com. That's spelled CHUCUMITE. We're also on cdbaby.com. You can look for us by Chucumite, or if you just enter Son Jarocho, there's a lot of good music on that site. And we're also on iTunes and all of the other streaming services.
Thanks, John. Be sure to look them up online, and thanks for watching.
muere y sé que yo voy a morir en ese mismo velorio. Ay,
Beautiful.